Here with a Prolife Newsbreak. The new Senate Majority Leader, South Dakota Republican John Thune, on Wednesday announced the Senate would vote on the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act this month. The bill, which has twice passed the House but never made it past a procedural vote in the Senate, mandates emergency life-saving care for newborns who survive an abortionist's attempt to end their lives. The bill is one of Thune's top 3 priorities for this Senate session, along with curbing illegal immigration and supporting our ally Israel. This vote will ask Democrats to answer whether a living baby born after an attempted abortion should be provided with medical care or left to die, Thune said. It shouldn't be a hard question. The New Mexico Supreme Court has struck down ordinances passed in towns, cities, and counties that would prohibit people from other states using their roads to reach abortion businesses and would bar abortion pills from being mailed to women in those municipalities. Pro-lifers are actually excited about the ruling because they are hopeful it will prompt the U.S. Supreme Court to take a look at the Comstock Act, a 19th century law that forbids the mailing of drugs and instruments related to abortion. Comstock has been largely unenforced since the 1930s. A bill introduced in the Indiana Senate would ban all abortion drugs with no exceptions, impose criminal penalties for those who prescribe or possess the drug, ban Indiana nonprofits from helping women pay for the pills, and bar insurance companies from covering chemical abortion. The bill also would require women seeking surgical abortion under the state's rape and incest exceptions to provide a signed affidavit to a doctor stating why she is seeking an abortion. Florida was in the news this week after an Orlando doctor was fined $10,000 for performing an abortion without observing the mandatory 24-hour waiting period. And the group pushing the pro-abortion Amendment 4 on the November ballot was fined $186,000 for campaign fraud. According to the Christian Post, several people who submitted petitions on behalf of Floridians protecting freedom were arrested last year, with 3 being convicted and sentenced to prison terms. Criminal investigations into fraudulent activity continues. The amendment was defeated in Florida, where a heartbeat law continues to protect unborn babies with beating hearts. Also in Florida, a Cooper City woman was convicted for her role in vandalizing pregnancy help centers in the state. Gabrielle Oropeza and 3 others who previously pleaded guilty spray painted the facilities with threatening messages, including, "If abortions aren't safe, then neither are you. Your time is up. We're coming for you, and we are everywhere." A sentencing hearing is set for March 25th. She could be looking at a prison term up to 10 years for violating the FACE Act and for conspiracy to prevent others from exercising their rights. A dozen pro-lifers are serving prison terms for violating the FACE Act for taking part in protests at abortion businesses, and the Florida case is one of just a handful that targeted pro-abortion activists. The director of the Texas Medical Board has retired after it came to light that in addition to the $185,000 a year state job he has held since 2012, he also had been employed at a Planned Parenthood in San Antonio since 2011. As director of the medical board, Dr. Thomas Bread was responsible for granting medical licenses to physicians and taking disciplinary action against those who violate state laws or medical standards. Abortion has become very rare in Texas since a heartbeat law was enacted in September 2021, and the repeal of Roe v. Wade in 2022 led to more protections for the unborn. Washington State has embarked on a pilot program to allow pharmacists to prescribe deadly abortion pills used in chemical abortion. Pro-life advocates see this as further proof that the abortion industry does not care about women's health or safety. Pharmacists who do not receive clinical training should not be distributing these dangerous drugs, according to Dr. Ingrid Skopp, director of the medical affairs for the pro-life Charlotte Lozier Institute. By pushing these medically unsupervised abortions, the FDA and abortion advocates continue down the slippery slope of chipping away at medical standards for women seeking abortion, Dr. Skopp said. That's what's making news this week. Thank you for tuning in, and please keep in mind always that life is the only